Beside you.
I get so excited when I'm around you, baby.
Oh,
baby.
This is what you got to deal with.
Hey,
And like they said last time,
so what, man?
you are stuck.
Let's start it, baby.
Welcome back to
Welcome.
podcast called Dropping Dimes.
You starting for real?
Episode 2,
Dos.
but I ain't no snitch.
Yeah. That's how you know it's legit. Because Brandon ain't no snitch.
Hell no.
Man, we just happy to be back. A lot has happened
Yeah, man. Excited to be back.
since-
Excited to be back.
since we left you guys the last time.
What happened to you? You?
What happened to me?
Both
Yeah.
of y'all. What you talking about? What happened to both of y'all?
Hey, what Kevin Hart said? I caught the vid.
Definitely
Yeah.
caught the
Boy,
vid.
down, you
Had the
know.
Rona,
Yeah.
the vid.
It's because they
Yeah.
soft.
Coco made a visit to the
You might be
crib.
soft, but you had it before all of us. Just
Hey,
saying.
man, I did.
I'm
I
just saying,
I had
though.
the old one, too.
Yeah.
This new, never mind, I ain't gonna say that. That might be, insensitive. Never mind. Yeah, I had the old one.
I'm glad you caught yourself, bro.
Definitely was gonna edit that.
You was gonna have to. That's
Um,
hilarious.
But yeah, man, we were a little under the weather.
Yeah.
Happy to be amongst the living.
Man.
People are catching this thing and not making it back, man.
Man, at
Yeah.
all.
So yeah, thanks for my mama's prayers. I'm sure you.
Yeah,
thank
my
you for
mama
your
threw.
prayers.
My mama threw all day long, and then look, my mother caught it.
Dang.
So look, I had to return the prayers.
Yeah, there you go.
for
I
sure.
can't do this without her.
Thanks,
sure.
thanks for Mucinex,
Yeah.
vitamin D, C.
Man, where we at, though? Where we
uh,
at? We do this anywhere, dog.
yeah,
All day long.
Where we at?
man, we are at Nationals
Yeah.
in Florida, Winter Haven, Florida.
What nationals?
Flag football,
And don't say nothing because we love it. I don't
And-
care
and-
about your opinion.
and we're grown.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's not what you think it is. I did go live on the first day, and just to show people, a quick glimpse into it. We weren't even in no action though, but we was watching the other teams. But it's a physical sport, man. Like we
Yeah.
ain't no little dudes. We ain't no kid. We definitely not kids.
Most physical I'm about to do at
Brandon,
this age.
Brandon
so,
little.
Huh?
I said you little.
No, I ain't that damn little. Y'all just fat. Come on, man.
I'm
You
not
right.
fat, so we'll clear that up.
Nah.
I'm stocky.
Fluffy.
He was about to say
Hey.
big bones.
I'm stocky.
Fluffy.
I'm a little bit.
Wider than the average.
But I'm okay with my size.
Yeah,
Just
we
so
all
that-
are. We all
yeah.
are.
Yeah.
I'm okay with myself. I love me. My mama love me.
That's about it.
And that's all that matters.
Yeah, you're right.
And we just
Right.
filling y'all in because we missed y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
we do.
missed y'all.
Episode
We
2,
missed-
man. We were
we
so ready to
definitely
get
missed
back.
this.
We had to shoot it in Orlando, man.
Yeah, like we
Winter
couldn't even
Haven.
wait till we got
We
back
in
to the house.
Davenport.
Yeah,
We
we're
in
in
Winter
Davenport.
Haven. This man lied to y'all already.
We couldn't even wait till we got back home, man. We just had to go ahead and shoot one.
Yeah.
All this equipment is new.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna lie. We really just wanted to show off these new mic stands.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie.
We wanted to do something
Hey, y'all
different.
give us y'all feedback on the
It's definitely our this is our like
Look.
when we start our R&B group.
joint mood.
Yeah, we're gonna have an R&B.
We
mixtape
might let
coming
y'all
soon.
see the
I'm just
beginning
I'm
of the
just
pod.
the manager though.
Nah, you gotta join.
I got
At
back-
the beginning of
back
each
up the
pod,
answer.
we always, mess around and sing a little bit. We
Yeah.
may give y'all a glimpse of that. I don't know yet.
I'm waiting for it.
We'll
I'm
see
not.
how it happens.
Don't
Today
don't
was
give
pretty
my
good
glimpse.
though.
Don't give my glimpse.
Today was okay.
I feel like every day is good, but you
Uh,
you got
Don't-
there. You got
Don't
there.
get my glimpse. I'm good on that.
nah, we have to.
But hey, we got a lot to talk about. We want to cover a few things, man. And let's start with it, man. One of the biggest things that happened, in
Poppin'.
my opinion,
Yeah.
since we've been gone in the sports world, because we sports guys, right? First and foremost, A.B. Antonio
Brown.
Dontrell.
Oh, you
Brown.
know
No,
his
I'm
middle name?
just-
I was about to say.
Oh,
Oh, man, that's his cousin.
That's some reporting right there.
Nah, Antonio
Yeah, hey.
Brown,
Call
no,
guy,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
It was
Business is
yeah, like
booming.
let's hear it. I know Wallace got because
Man.
it's gonna be definitely parental. It's gonna be the parental answer.
So
So
look,
let's go ahead, man. Let's jump right
so
on
I know
into it.
everybody has seen what happened with AB on the sideline, the Bucks and the Jets. Last weekend or 2 weeks ago?
2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
So there was an incident on the sideline. AB ended up taking his pads off, throwing his shirt in the stands, running off the field with his shirt off, piecing it to the fans. But we got a little bit more of a story after it happened. And there were 2 sides of the story, as always, and there's 3 sides, you know. Your side, my side, and
The
truth.
what really happened.
Did we get to the truth though?
So from your perspective, when you first heard Bruce Arians, his side of the story, how did you take that?
I felt like he was just trying to cover his own ass. You know, that's what coaches do.
Oh, man. I mean, that's
If
what
there
people do, honestly.
I
was a
mean,
bus
no,
ride
but
by,
you know,
just
yeah,
threw
yeah.
Bruce under the
That's
bus.
what, huh?
I said if there was a bus riding by, you definitely just threw Bruce under the bus.
Nah, that's for sure.
But nah, I feel you.
Yeah,
He not
that's,
going to hire him, so.
but that's how I felt. You asked me how I
Yeah,
felt.
yeah.
And
No,
he
that's
came
that's
out
real.
with it, you
That's
know.
real.
And I was one of the ones like, man, it's tripping.
Yeah.
Like, man, how you just gonna mess up the money? I jumped out there a little early, so you know, I'm gonna take that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that. But you know,
So that means your opinion changed?
it did change, right?
Yeah.
But now we have even more information. So
Yeah.
now I just really don't know. I don't know. He did his podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Talking about a whole lot of nothing kind of.
Kumbaya.
Kumbaya,
Kumbaya,
a
brother.
whole lot of nothing. So so okay, Bruce Arians did that. I said that was bullshit, right? Like, nah, it's got to be more than that. Like, you just don't you just don't walk
You don't
off
just
like
flip off like that.
that. You know what I mean? For no reason.
Because it's more than just talking to that coach. You flipping, you really rejecting your whole team that you step out of it. And it got to be something deep for a man to
It
do
has
that.
to be, dude.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. That just leaving. All right, cool. So then they was like, they put the incentives and how many catches and all that. So I'm
Right.
like, oh hell yeah, I knew he just ain't do it for no reason.
Yeah.
Then it came with something else, and he told him to go into the game. So I'm like, damn, if he told him to go in the game, like why the fuck
way
he
you-
go in the game?
only
So
way
that-
you gonna get your
Then- then-
incentives-
Switched a little bit
to
more.
be out there, yeah,
But
man.
then came back, the text messages came out, and it was like, hey, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm really trying to take it light. So yeah, I'm back with AB. I'm
back with AB?
I'm back with AB.
So being back with AB, because I understand being like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I understand if you, as a man, you got your lines.
Yeah.
And you get to that line, you like, I don't have to do this. I can live my own life. But the reaction, are you okay with how he reacted to?
I'm not okay with that, but he did it in Antonio Brown fashion.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with it, but I enjoyed it, you know.
Hey, look, a stadium full of people
I mean,
did.
listen, he had a whole another team cheering him on. Like, yeah.
The whole stadium, yeah.
So, you know, yeah. I don't agree with it. I wouldn't have handled it that way, of course, but you know, what can we expect, man, from that guy?
So to me,
here we go.
I mean, so to me, if you say from that guy, that means that it's something that he is doing that may not be appreciated by most circles. So for him to run off the field, shirt off, waving to the other fan stadium, his ankle's hurt, right?
Yeah.
To me, this is how I would have reacted to that situation. If I'm done, I might take my shirt off. I'm done with y'all, but I'm walking off the field because there are opportunities I feel like beyond this day. Because honestly,
Okay.
I don't feel like an NFL team is about to give him
Stop
opportunities.
it. Please stop it.
Let me
Please-
know.
Please stop it.
Let me know.
Stop it. Stop it. Okay, he did that because he knows he's Antonio Brown.
But see, that's part of the problem.
I
That
get it.
I think is part of the
I
problem.
get it, but you saw the next day there are teams interested in Antonio Brown. Listen to me. He's A-B, right? If I know, I wouldn't do it, but I'm just saying I understand why he can do it. Like, dog, y'all know I'm a game changer.
Right.
I'm one of the top 5 best receivers in the league.
In the world, Craig.
No, come on. So, no matter how I leave, right? And this, I heard a few commentators say this ain't the worst he done. This minor. This ain't the worst. So yeah, of course. Oh nah, we won't play you hurt. We'll play you when you're ready. Come on, man.
Whenever you're ready.
Come on. He can literally be a number 1 receiver at another team.
So is his talent bigger than the system?
What system?
Come on, man.
The league.
Of course, all talent is bigger than the
You
system.
talking about the league
No.
that has rapists, murderers,
Bro, what are we talking
gamblers? You talking about that
That
league?
league.
The same league that still has Aaron
I'm
Rodgers.
just
Didn't we
asking.
discuss Aaron
I'm just
Rodgers?
asking questions
Of
right
course,
now.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. Do you not think so?
I think there's a point where they get tired of it. So I do think that his talent is top notch. I love watching receivers. And
okay.
I love watching AD.
All right, give me at what point are they tired of it? Give me an example, please.
I think the league got tired of Chad Johnson. I think Chad Johnson still had some juice when he started getting moved around. And then when you start getting moved around in different situations, you don't have, like the Bengals, they can feed him the ball. But you go to Miami, you go to the Patriots. If they don't decide to feed you, then your career starts to dwindle.
Let me stop you right there. Your main words were, I think Chad still had juice.
Yeah.
He had some juice.
Yeah.
This nigga is the juice.
He is the juice.
Like, bruh, that's the difference.
So you don't
Right?
think
So
he-
it's not. So when you're not the it guy, it's easy to get tired of you. Man, you ain't even that no more. Like you,
Yeah,
you
like
got
you're not
some,
our A
you got
receiver.
some,
That's real. That's real.
you got some, but
Yeah.
we can get rid of you. We can find that. Like, come on, man.
And I'm gonna tell you the biggest thing I felt like. We were thinking about this and we were processing it from our minds, our perspective.
Yeah.
Over the years, it's been pretty clear that AB processes things differently. Right?
Right.
So I feel like in his mind, he may have felt like this was the route to take to draw attention to a situation. Right? Like, hey man, I told these people my ankle hurt. They clearly ignored me. This coach said, get your ass back on the field.
Right.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then they was like, if you ain't gonna get back on the field, you off my team. So his process, the best thing for me to do is make a spectacle of the whole thing, draw all this attention to it, and then we'll clean it up in the
On
wash.
the back end.
Right?
Yeah.
The first story we heard from the coach was he don't want to go back in the game.
Right.
And that was all we got.
Right.
We saw pictures of Chad standing outside a stadium trying to get an Uber.
AB.
AB.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
AB. We saw him stand outside of a stadium trying to get an Uber, and people were still laughing. Other people was like, "Oh, it's mental illness."
Yeah.
Like
CTE.
See, we seeing the remnants of CTE
Shout out
already.
to Jeezy.
You know what I'm saying? And with all of that stuff, we didn't hear anything from him, right?
Yeah.
When we heard from him, he said, "Hey, here's my story."
Yeah.
Right? The next day after that, Bruce Arians' story changed.
What did the story change to?
It turned into almost the same story Chad had.
and
I'm sorry,
AB.
AB had. Right? And the only
Chad
difference
gonna come
was
get
the only difference was AB said he hit him with the throat slash. Bruce Arians said, I told him to go.
Oh.
But look at
The
this.
subtle difference.
Go to this locker room.
Yeah.
Right?
He
Now-
went to the locker room.
Right. Now remember his processing.
In AB
You see what I'm
style.
saying? Remember his processing.
Yeah.
So this may have looked like a throat slash. When he went to tell him to go to this locker room, it may have looked like a throat slash to him.
Right.
We got 60,000 people cheering in the stands.
Yeah.
Right? So we don't know how he saw it. We
Right.
don't know how he processed it. We don't know any of that. At the end of the day, I feel like he took his career, his profession, his life in his own hands. Right? He was like, yo, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I can't go. I don't think I should go back out there. Well, if you're not going to go back out there, get off my team. Go to the locker room.
Do you
Yeah.
think
Now-
he'll ever, if he gets on another team, he'll ever play getting shot up or injured again?
Do I think he'll get injured again?
No, just playing, because the reason he left the field was, I'm hurt, I can't play. I'm
Well,
going to leave the
But
field.
we saw the text though.
I
before,
understand,
you know what I'm saying?
but like,
what I think-
if the
but-
bigger picture is, I need to bring attention to, they are forcing us to play hurt when we are performing detrimental to our personal health. Do you think he'll play again if he's hurt?
Now, so let me preface this. Like, I think there are different levels to hurt.
Definitely.
Right?
I was
So
gonna say that.
when I think he was okay with trying, right?
Trying it out. That's why he was out there.
Yeah, he
Right.
tried it out, and and Bruce even said that
Yeah.
we want to have you there just so we can try it out,
Right.
right? And then if it doesn't work out, we'll back off.
Mm-hmm.
So AB was under that impression.
Yeah.
He went out. He may have felt pretty because they shot him up, right?
Right.
That was what he said. They shot him up. So he felt pretty good in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and then as the game went on, that thing started to wear off.
Right.
Right now, he
All it
like,
take is the right plant, and it,
yeah, exactly. And he was like, the MRI said, bad cartilage, tendons,
floating bones.
floating bones.
Yeah.
So, like you said, the wrong cut, we done,
You
right?
feeling that? Yep.
And not to say done for a career, but
Right.
definitely done
Today,
for the
I
rest
need
of the
to shut it
season.
down.
Right, definitely
Yeah.
for the rest of the season. So he may not have felt good on it. And he was like, hey, I don't think I can go. Outside of and we know he was trying to get money.
Yeah.
So to say I can't go and I'm trying to get money,
And y'all not feeding me. If I'm out here, y'all need to feed me.
Right.
To get
I
this
mean,
money.
a couple plays before that, he was dogging them dudes, man.
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It only takes one
like,
play.
yeah,
It takes,
does.
yeah,
It
that's
does.
what I'm saying. So
And people were saying, like, even him running off, you were saying, he's jumping and all this. If he was hurt, why is he doing all that? That's way different than running
the
around.
cutting.
Running
yeah,
around,
it's
man.
the cutting. It's the
Like,
plan.
let's not do this. He played
Right.
the whole game hurt. Like, and y'all talking about him jumping and running off. Like, please. Niggas ain't playing no
it's
sports,
a lot
man.
of times it's about the spectacle. It's about the imagery. If
AB
I'm
fashion,
huh?
AB fashion.
And
Yeah.
but see everybody like you
Let me
said
draw this attention.
doesn't see how AB
How
AB
he
sees.
thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he processes different.
Yeah.
That's just from sitting at home.
Right.
We Monday quarterbacks,
Yeah, definitely.
Monday morning
Monday morning.
quarterbacks.
I mean, hell,
So-
all three of us we could look at one thing and get something different from
Completely
it.
different.
Right?
Exactly.
We
so
do it all the time.
exactly.
That's how
so,
we get here.
So I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
So I think. Do I think he was wrong? I can't call him. I can't tell him he was wrong. I think he just processed.
He was right, man.
Yeah.
Just say it's
The
okay.
only reason that I feel like his reaction was wrong
Yeah.
was because of the imagery. And like I told you earlier, it's like as a kid I had players that were my idols.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be like Barry Sanders. When I first scored a touchdown, I'm like, just gonna hand it to the ref. Because that's what Barry Sanders did. But if my idol is AB, if I'm a young receiver and I don't feel like playing today, because a 10-year-old might not know the whole story. I don't feel like playing today. A 10-year-old throws his pads off, storms off the field. That's the example now it's my superhero did that. So that's the only thing that I had issues with.
That kid better be like AB at 10.
But see,
Because
I
it ain't gonna work.
So
I still don't feel like that's
so
acceptable.
to me, the difference
I mean,
with
I
that
get
is
that.
is the difference is, and it's not really a difference. That 10-year-old parent should be able to step in and say, hey, like, it's one thing to mimic, it's one thing to say, this is who I want to be like, but that doesn't become your role model. You see, and shout out to Charles Barkley, man. Charles Barkley said, stop making us your kid role model, right? Stop making the athletes your kid, because at the end of the day, they're human.
That's tough, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How do you
Like,
stop a kid from thinking of athletes their role
the
model?
same way you stop your kid from thinking Superman is their role model.
I
Do
showed
you
you
do that?
that video of
Yeah,
that kid
jumping
jumping
down
down
the
the
stairs.
step.
And his dad gave him
Yeah,
that talk.
Dad,
Hey,
the
Batman
per-
ain't real.
perfect
Your ass
example.
will
Yeah.
I
die
don't
jumping
think you
down
need
these
to try
steps.
that again,
Right?
goddamn. Don't let that cape fool you.
AB, don't let AB fool
Yeah.
you.
Right.
Yeah,
A coach will put your ass off his team.
yeah.
You won't play in this
Yeah.
little league no more,
Yeah.
and you'll be at home cutting grass on Saturdays.
Like I
right?
said, he better be the best.
I'm saying.
player on his
So
team.
so that's a at home talk.
Yeah, it is.
You can't say, oh well, AB got to carry himself a certain way because the kids is watching. Listen, athletes get locked up. We see athletes every day having kids outside of their families. We see athletes every day living. They're regular human beings, right? It's the
Right.
same stuff that your cousin JJ did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how do you say y'all should live different than a regular person because my kid is watching you?
That's a lot of pressure, man. But I guess that comes with it, kinda. But shit,
I think
you
it
ain't-
does.
I mean, but everybody don't sign up for that shit, bro. Like,
Everybody's not signing
Agreed.
up.
And that's why a lot of athletes in the 70s and 80s, when there was a movement, They didn't jump in because they're like, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to
Yeah.
play ball.
And think about this: your kid idolizes a 19-year-old in the NBA.
Yeah, you're right.
He doesn't know the
What-
difference. He didn't know the difference in that though.
But
So,
and that's where
alright.
you make the
And
difference.
I think that's the biggest
How-
point right there.
right.
Is that the
As
parents,
the parent,
at the,
you have
in
to make the difference.
the village, the parents, the home, the community needs to make sure that they set the
and that they understand.
So,
Exactly.
So,
Like,
so,
it's-
so
it's-
look. All right. So what about Odell Beckham?
right.
He dances and does all this shit. You want your kid doing that? Like, is that okay?
I don't think that him dancing is detrimental.
No,
now,
I mean it's not. But
now him knocking over a kicking net, that I feel like, hey, look, man, you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
that ain't passion.
I don't think that action, that imagery, it's all about what we see.
Take this somewhere else. Oh, okay. I was just wondering, man.
Yeah, I got you.
But listen,
Odell, my dog.
So-
man.
Certain people
so-
do it. It's passion.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. So
Hey,
AB,
certain people, huh?
so AB missed out on that money, right?
Yeah.
He missed out on that money,
He got
and
that. He got that Fashion Nova deal though.
and that money could have changed anybody else's life,
Right.
right? I'm talking about like generational type money.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's talk generational wealth.
Before you go there, I know exactly where you're going. That's the exact point I was thinking about with Kyrie. I'm taking control of my life. I made enough money to do whatever I need. I don't need you. I don't need
Right.
your league. If you
Exactly.
don't want me to come back,
You know how I feel about that shit.
yeah.
but
If,
I
I'm like,
feel
you don't want me to come back, cool. I'm good. I'm gonna take care of me at the end
And,
of the day.
and
But
I'm
go
gonna tell you
ahead.
what's funny. They needed him.
Yes.
Not
And that's
just
why
the
they-
Nets,
that's why they
the
changed.
league.
They
Yes.
changed
The
that.
league
They
needed
was
him.
like,
Back.
they was like,
listen,
please, Kyrie.
Bro, the Nets owners was like, yo, we not taking no part-time players. Hey, Kyrie, what you got going on Tuesday? Because we
We
playing against
need you.
Indiana, and we was just wondering if you feel like hooping today.
I guess I could hoop.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got a couple pair of shoes
Yeah,
back here I can throw on. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But-
Y'all bring me some shoes to the stadium.
Yeah.
Fly
Right.
me there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Now it's on my terms.
but we were talking like
worked.
that was a different type of money that he possibly could have missed out on.
Right.
Right.
17, 18?
18.
Yeah.
18.
AB, like, as far as contracts, we were like, oh, it wasn't a whole bunch of money.
But he didn't care though because, like he said, they told him to go back in. He decided himself
Exactly.
not to because he was hurt.
Yeah.
So it wasn't about the money.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
which is cool because if
But-
it was,
but
I
it
was,
was-
I was
we still
upset
talking.
about that too.
So what was it? What was it like $900,000?
I think it was,
It was about $1 million.
Yeah.
It was about $1 million.
It was
Yeah.
three
330.
incentives of 330,
Yeah.
33,000.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
close to $1 million.
And I don't think Tom Brady wouldn't have had. he wouldn't have had a problem doing that for him because he did it for Gronk. You know what I
The
mean?
next week,
Yeah, so-
literally did it for Gronk, and he did
You
it for
know.
AB last year.
Yeah, he did. So
I'm talking about force fed
so
him the ball.
that's why I feel like it's exactly what it is, man. I'm hurt. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it through the season,
Yeah.
like to the playoffs, to the Super Bowl again. Like
Right.
Yeah.
we don't really need this game right here. Like I'm good.
I mean,
Yeah.
said-
And I ain't getting the ball anyway like that.
Bro,
let
he
this
said-
man eat.
He said they ain't called me to go to the toilet bowl.
Man, listen.
They called me to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you heard him.
You feel me?
But like you said, Wallace, I agree. He could have handled it different, but he is who he is.
That's a fact.
And we shouldn't have expected
Definitely.
And look,
anything.
I can always
different.
respect somebody for being who they are.
Exactly.
So let's talk generational wealth, man.
Yeah.
We know, like, you could make a certain type of money and change everything about your kids, your grandkids, and possibly your great grandkids, right?
Right.
Like the type of money them boys was bringing in for bonuses could really
Yeah,
change
yeah.
a everyday individual.
lineage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Type of lifestyle and the next set of kids if they manage it the right way, right?
Correct. Correct.
So, what do you think about, like, because I'm always talking generational wealth, and I'm not always, and I think we hear wealth and automatically think money,
Yeah.
right? But generational wealth could be just breaking curses in your family.
Right.
But today, for Saturday's sake, you know what I'm
So
saying?
hold on. So if we just breaking curses, right? So if my parents smoke crack and I don't smoke crack, that generational wealth.
It's a
It's,
start.
that I'm
it's
creating.
definitely,
It's
it's
a start,
definitely
okay.
wealth.
All right,
Because
cool.
I think wealth doesn't necessarily mean money.
I got
but
you. I was just-
in that case, it can mean money.
Yeah,
because
my
the money
folks
that
didn't smoke crack, by the, way. I'm just saying.
you,
Just in
shouts
case.
out to Mr. and Mrs.
To the
McGanny.
McGanny.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
my bad. You said the last name.
But
Drop it down.
Like, but even in that sense, it is a monetary thing, right? Because
Yeah.
that money that's has
That's
been going
spent. Yeah,
towards
yeah.
that is not spent anymore,
Gotcha.
right?
And the
So-
money that could have been earned while dealing with
Right,
Yeah.
the after effects of smoking crack
exactly.
is an opportunity to be made.
Okay.
So-
Just
So let's
asking.
talk. Like I
Great
know
question.
one of the biggest things, especially like for us growing up,
Yeah.
and I'll say I'll say in our community,
Mm-hmm.
when we turn 18, we like, I'm out this bitch.
Get out.
Either I say I'm out this bitch, or your parents be like, hey, you out this bitch.
Yeah.
Out this bitch.
So
My folks weren't really like that.
Yeah,
but- which is good.
yeah, my mom always I'm old, and my mom will say
Why
in
you
a
say
heartbeat.
age,
I'm glad.
man?
I'm
Because
glad,
of-
I'm
because
glad
I-
I ain't had to say it. But
Because it's
go ahead.
because no,
No, I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh,
man,
it's
you gotta
coming
be
one day.
proud.
I'ma let it
You
slip,
gotta
but
be
it's cool.
proud.
no,
Go ahead, do your
I
thing,
am
do your
proud.
thing, do your
Just know
thing.
that these gray hairs is there for a reason.
A reason.
But my mom,
52.
even at this age, says I still got a bedroom in there
Yeah,
for
for
you
sure.
if anything ever
Yeah.
happens,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I love her for that. You know what I mean? But there are a lot of kids who don't have that. They don't have that ability.
That
Their
safety net?
parents, yeah, that's that safety net.
yeah.
That's an amazing word.
Yeah.
That safety net
Hey man,
for them
Yeah, great,
to
great
be able to
word.
go back home.
Yeah.
So, like, and I know it happens a lot.
Right.
It happens a lot in our community. People like kids are ready to go, parents are ready for them to go, and then they're not necessarily ready for the world. Because I'm at this age, and I can say, bro, at 18, like going out paying rent, paying bills,
Man.
like that
It's
was
different.
not
Right.
what I was ready for.
Yeah, I think that that safety net, and people want to say that. I mean, you could say that some of the greatest advances in humankind have come because of somebody just had to jump out and figure it out. But on an average, if you just put somebody into the world at 18, 19 years old who's never really experienced what it takes, I mean, even if you don't have experience, I mean, at 18 and 19, you're still a youth. To go out into the world, you're going to be, I always call it flopping like a fish.
Yeah.
But if I'm flopping like a fish and everything that I make has to go out, how can I continue to build what I'm trying to do? And by the time I'm 25, my credit's shot. How can I then go out and purchase a home?
Yeah.
But what I think Byron is getting at is the support system of having you being able to come home. Maybe I contribute to my family's mortgage for 5 years, whatever.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm saving for when it's my time. I'm not killing my credit putting money out. If I need to get a car, it's only to help me continue to make money for when I make my move. But when you get thrown out into the world and all you're doing is everything that comes in and goes out, you don't get a chance to build. You will learn.
So
Hopefully.
In a hurry.
So who adjust easier? Do you think men or women?
I think women.
I think women.
Yeah, definitely.
I think and not just adjust. And I'm probably gonna step on some toes with this one, but I feel like when young ladies go out in the world, it's a little bit easier for them to call back home and get the help.
No, same situation. Let's say both same situation. Had to be out by 18.
Yeah.
Who does a better job?
I'm gonna tell you, and I might step on some toes. My perspective, especially on young black men, is we get loved growing up.
Yeah.
So no matter what you pretty much do, you gonna get, oh baby, I love you. You might get reprimanded right now, but you still get to do whatever you want to do. I think women, they get raised. They get raised in a sense where they learn how to take care of a home. They learn how to manage. They know how to. You go into a little girl's room, it's never really messy.
Nah.
They keep
that's
things
a
in.
lie.
They learn in order. So when you step into the world, order, structure helps you into whatever you're about to do. It may not. You still gonna have to go through some learning pains. But as a boy, man, my room is messy. I'm a boy. I'm supposed to. But that's a subconscious. I'm not in. I don't have order. I don't have structure.
Yeah.
So when we step out, it's like I'm still. Hold up now. I gotta be a man. I gotta take care of this. I gotta take care of that. I gotta take that.
I think women just figure stuff out better, man. Like both 18, both being put out. Same situations. That woman, she's gonna figure it out. Us men, we act like we don't know how to do shit. Like,
Cause we don't.
nah.
Because we were allowed to. Not man. Simple. And I always remember this. I was in high school my senior year, and my mother was like, I want you to get a yearbook. And all I had to do was go to the office, get a piece of paper, sign it, give them $25 that I was given by my mother to give them. I didn't do it, and I just accepted. I was like, man, I go in there the last day,
Whenever.
just grab one. They got them in there. This girl, my mother, she had a friend whose daughter went to the school. She was like, has Wallace gone and filled out the application? No, because the girl was on the yearbook committee. Yeah. She gave the girl the money, told me to give her money back. This girl went and filled my application.
Took care of it for you.
Took care of it for me.
So, man, so
but that's just something small. It's like,
yeah, I could take this so much deeper, bro.
Go ahead.
All right. So when we're little, right? When we're little, your parents, for boys, will literally buy you a ball for the first 7 Christmases of your life.
And you excited on
it? Or a bike.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's just go. Y'all want to go outside and play? Y'all go play. Right? The same little girl, same age, they buy her a kitchenette, a baby, and she learns from that. Right. And it's not fair to her because we're literally teaching our little girls to be house. They learn to play house, right? So they kitchen, they cooking up. Yeah. You buy them a what's the little thing? The easy bake oven. Yeah. They baking cakes. Right. Yeah. They ain't 10 years old. Who bakes a cake with a light bulb?
Look, my wife's still in here baking.
Right. While your son is outside playing football. They didn't buy him
about what's going on in the house, right?
To teach him how to be to work construction, right? Or a briefcase to be a project manager. They bought him a ball, and your daughter is learning how to take care of a whole home, right?
All right, so I think it's what's fun for them. I think the girls just kind of grasp to that.
Is it because they see it as fun? Because that's what mom is doing.
But most of the time, with my kids, we try to get them what they ask for. Of course, when they grow up, I'm not buying my daughter a football. Like when she's a kid, like a baby. You know what I mean?
Oh,
go ahead.
Man, here's something big. While we've been gone,
right?
One of the big topics on Zuckerberg's internet is buying your son a kitchenette.
I saw that.
Really?
That turned into a whole situation.
Yeah, it did.
That turned into a whole situation.
What were people saying about it?
Like, why would I buy my son a kitchenette? My son gonna be gay.
I had that same conversation with one of my close friends. Yeah. He said, "No, I'm not doing that." I was like, "Why not?"
Hey man, I like brownies, so if I learn how to bake them early,
but I'm just saying, like, I have a daughter and a son. Right. My daughter's older. She has a kitchen set. She don't really mess with it no more like that. My son be rocking on it. Yeah. Man, that boy go in there, whip up something. He'll come, Daddy, I need you to try this. All right, bet, son, what I got? He's like, it could be chicken. Or you like, it's steak, Daddy. It's steak. Bet, let me, it's good. I'm going to bring you something else. Hey, in there, boy, you'll think he's Chef Boyardee. Right. No problem. It ain't got nothing to do with
sexuality.
Nothing.
Listen,
like
man.
nothing. Like
honestly,
it's rocking.
It's a dope career. Honestly, if you go
rocking.
that way.
But you know what? The sad thing is, this is why so many young men go away from home and damn near starve. They like. Do you know how much money we spend? Like most young men spend on buying food from fast food.
Stop talking about me, bro. I don't appreciate it.
But
hey,
for real, you know what I'm saying?
Speak from your personal experience,
I
man,
don't
sir.
appreciate it, bro. I feel like I feel attacked.
And it's
defend yourself,
brother. It's not to attack, but it's things like little things that we might have missed.
It is. I just cooked the steak for the first time too, and it was good.
How old are you?
That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, old enough to that beat to make a point.
We're not talking about that.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, think about
you can still do it, guys.
Yeah, like
I'm a good example of that.
We're missing different things, and I think one of the biggest things about is like we're putting them out into the world, right? Like we agreed like that isn't necessarily the best thing, right? But let's say your kid do what's right. They go to college, they live on campus, then graduated. They find a job in their field. Right. Why doesn't our community say, "Hey, you can come back home"?
Do you feel like?
Go
ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say because, like, in my personal experience, I was allowed to come back home. Brandon, his personal experience, he was allowed to come back home. Do you feel like that's an older tradition that's starting to slowly wiggle its way out of our culture?
To come back home?
Right.
No, I don't think it's an older tradition.
So with the come back home situation, right? People are really struggling out here,
Right.
right? So if my finances aren't together, or if I'm struggling to raise this kid, right? That's usually when they're pushed out.
Right.
That usually doesn't come from a good stable home when they're pushing the kids out, from what I've seen.
Okay.
Right? You're 18. I've been struggling to
Right.
take care of you all of these years.
You've been a
You're about
burden.
to get out and go get a job,
Right.
and let me relax a little bit. So sometimes that's what it is. They don't even really have a home to come back to, because it's like, my mom can't even afford me now.
But why not? Okay, force him to get a job, but
But-
bring that money back to the house.
Now remember, a part of that scenario is they've graduated, they're making money now. So even if they contribute to the household, I can almost assure you it's less than contributing to their own household.
Right.
It's so many different situations.
Yeah. It's a ton of different ways to look at it,
yeah.
because I can say, like, hey, a parent will say, hey, you gave me hell for 18 years.
Yeah.
I don't want you back here.
Yeah.
Right? Or you could be
I
like,
did my job.
yeah,
See, you
I
18.
gave you what I could give you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Or it could be like, your parents downsized
Right.
on their house.
Because they are moving.
Yeah,
getting
like,
older.
hey, we
don't-
sold the house and
yeah.
got a Winnebago.
We want to walk around.
I saw
naked.
that on TV.
You gotta
That
get
ain't
out.
what my parents.
So what is the ideal best case scenario, or what's an example of something that is out there that we should be working towards?
Man, I got friends in other cultures,
Right.
right? And they, after graduation, they move back home, and this definitely is other cultures, right?
Right.
They let their kids move back home. They may not move out until they're married, right? So
Now you got two incomes.
they just stacking bread.
Right.
And I remember, man, watching HGTV a long time ago, and it used to be a show, House Hunters. I think it still comes on, House Hunters, right?
Right.
And these people like, yeah, like we got married, we lived in my parents' basement, we saved $430,000. I'm like,
God damn.
how?
I think you can go
What-
anywhere and
what
start a
did
life
you-
with that.
Yeah.
What did you do? Like,
Right.
what's
Parents'
your job?
basement. Look.
Like, what's your
Yeah,
job?
yeah.
I'm a crayon sharpener.
Yeah.
She makes
makes
greeting
quilts.
she makes greeting cards.
Hey,
And
that should be hilarious. Yeah, when they'll go in and be like, "What's your budget?"
Right.
And
$1
when they're
million.
about to buy
$1
a
million.
house,
$1 million.
What do you do?
What do you? Yeah.
I'm a crayon sharpener.
Like, what
She
the
makes
fuck?
greeting cards.
Right.
Yeah.
Combined, we
Yeah.
can give you $1 million.
This don't add up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it does.
It
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Because they've been stacking bread, like literally just buying groceries at their parents' house.
That's it.
And of course, everybody's situation is different, because your parents some people's parents are in a better place.
Right.
Some people have one parent.
Yeah.
Some people have two parents. But for those kids who are able to go back home, I feel like it puts them in a better position for life
Agreed.
than jumping out. And some people need to be tossed in the fire. I know that for a fact, right? Because some people learn better when they're, for lack of a better term, scared. You know what I'm saying? Like,
When they don't have a choice.
yeah, like they don't have that safety
Yeah.
net.
But the better
Like
opportunity is if I jump out there, I already don't owe the world everything that I make.
Exactly. So think about that. Now and again, in those other cultures, right? Their parents say, when you guys get married, I'm gonna give you this lump sum of money.
Right.
Y'all buy a big house, and then that house becomes my retirement plan.
Yeah.
So I don't have, as a parent, as their parent, they don't have to try to save this money to try to think about, okay, senior living or whenever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as I get older, I don't have anywhere to stay. My kids will continue to take care of me. I'll just move in with
That's
them.
some dope thinking, man.
That is.
Because
But-
honestly, we talked a little earlier, like my parents are moving toward their retirement age, and I'm talking to both of them about what their plans are. But I mean, a generation before us was really just on that grind, so it wasn't like I'm putting money in the 401k. They was in that pension series that transitioned into 401k. So now it's like a different strategic plan of like, how am I going to survive? hopefully I live another 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
How do I survive that? But with the plan of I'm saving this for my kids to go ahead and buy a home for
Yeah.
me to live in, that's probably the biggest expense besides any kind of medical issues.
Right.
But now it's like, all right, how do we figure this out? And we need to have these talks about strategies for retirement.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of times, and I've seen it in my family, is, okay, grandma doesn't have a pension. So she came from a time right after slavery. She doesn't
Right.
have a pension. Now the
God
family has
damn.
to contribute.
Bro, that was the 60s.
Family
Like that.
doesn't have to. Family has to contribute. So now you're taking money out of other people's homes that they can be working to help their children, whatever.
Bill. Yeah.
But with the thought of we're purchasing this home, really to save on the back end and to make sure our parents are secure when they retire.
Mhm.
That's phenomenal thinking to me.
Man, I remember having a conversation with some of my family members. Like, man, let's just buy a compound,
Yeah.
like a bunch of land,
Right.
and we build houses on the land,
Yeah.
and we take care of each other.
Man, I think that's exactly what like the generation before us wanted to do before.
And they lived on the same street.
Exactly.
They lived almost in the same neighborhood, and they took care of each other, man.
But then they were
Yeah.
terrorized. But
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But like I
Yeah.
said, that's what I've seen from different cultures. Now, speaking of cultures,
yeah,
like, have you ever, like, how do you? I don't want to put you on the spot,
man.
but
That's what
how
we're
do
here
you
for,
feel,
man.
How do you how do you feel about dating outside of what
That's a
what you would consider your culture
That's a
or your race?
transition right there, man. That's a transition.